Kate, I'm going to celebrate my aunt's 60th birthday. You'll be joining us, of course. It's a big celebration, isn't it? I don't have any plans, so Steve and I will join you. I wasn't asking, was I? What? I'm going to be there, so of course, you, my daughter-in-law, will be there too. Huh. There will be a lot of relatives there on the day, so you'll have a lot of work to do. As my daughter-in-law, make sure you don't embarrass me. I'm afraid you're too dull and boring to be entertaining. Well, I'll keep an eye on you to make sure you don't mess up. Keep an eye on me? With all due respect, I'm not your slave. Huh? Don't get mouthy when you're such a useless woman. You're always talking about work, 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 and you can't even do your chores. What's the point of living together? I know I'm busy with work, but I've never skipped doing housework. Your life should not be affected in any way. You were so quick to talk back to me like that. I can't help it if you're being unreasonable. You are my daughter-in-law, so you should just say yes to what I say to you. You're always talking back to me every single time. It's really unattractive. Sorry. Anyway, I'll do whatever it takes to get you to help out on that day. You better plan on it. Okay. Steve, you got a minute? What's up? Yeah, I just got a text from your mother. There's a 60th birthday celebration with relatives, and she wants me to be there. Oh, I see. I haven't heard anything from her, though. Apparently, I'm supposed to be a helper. Huh? There will be a lot of relatives there on the day, so you'll have a lot of work to do. She told me she will make me do a lot. Mom's bossing you around again? Who does she think she is? Let's not go to the party. No, it's okay. It's a 60th birthday and I want to celebrate it with you. It's okay, since that's the only time you'll ever get together with all your relatives. Are you sure? Isn't she taking it too far? Well, I'm a little worried about what your mother is saying and doing. But I'm totally fine with us attending a relative's get-together. I see. I'm sorry about her. I'll keep a close eye on Mom that day. I won't let her bully you in front of the relatives. Thank you, Steve. That's very reassuring. You can count on me. So please keep your schedule free that day. Okay, I'll do that. Hey, what do you mean you can't come to the family gathering? I'm sure I told you about it a long time ago. Mother-in-law, my father passed away, you know, and the funeral is going on right now. There's no way I can go. What's Steve doing? Steve is attending the funeral, of course. What? Why is he there too? Steve is my husband. It's only natural that he attends my father's funeral. What kind of a joke is this? I told you to keep your schedule clear. You people are so useless. Don't talk like that. We're sorry we can't be there to celebrate with you. We will come back later to celebrate, but I just can't do it today. Why can't you? That's what I'm telling you. My father passed away, and I'm in the middle of his funeral. How can I go? I'm not interested in your father's funeral. I don't care about that. The family gathering is more important, so come here right now. You're really insane. Huh? After my mother passed away, my father raised me by himself. I'm truly grateful to him. Of course, I really want to say goodbye to him. I don't feel like going to a relative celebration right now. I don't care about that. What? I don't care about your feelings. Anyway, it's not too late, so come over here right now.
Huh? What kind of a person are you?
I don't care about your father. Steve is my eldest son. He has to be here. If he doesn't attend, people will think he's being rude.
No, I'm sure your relatives will understand if you tell them the situation. It's my father's funeral after all.
If you insist on not coming, I'll have Steve divorce you.
What? Why are you escalating this?
I don't care what you think. If you can't fulfill your duties as my eldest son's wife, then of course he'll divorce you.
What are you saying?
What I say is law. Obey me.
I can't talk anymore. Anyway, I'm in the middle of a funeral, so I'm going now.
Hey, Kate. Answer me right now.
Mother-in-law, it's you who's interrupting the funeral, isn't it?
Huh? What?
There's someone yelling incomprehensible things in the funeral home parking lot.
Oh, is there?
What a useless woman. Don't embarrass your mother-in-law. Don't ignore your duty to your relatives. It's obviously from you.
I'm doing a pretty good job, aren't I?
Huh?
This will interrupt the funeral, right? Leave it and come back here now.
I knew it was you. Who is that ugly man doing the shouting? I've never seen him before.
That's none of your business.
Anyway, please make him stop right away. I just want to let my father go in peace. Besides, many people from my father's company are coming today. I want to make sure the funeral goes off without a hitch. It's almost time for the casket.
Your father's company isn't that well known, is it? Those people, they don't matter. My relatives are much more important.
My father's company is quite well known. They have all the top executives here.
I really don't care about that.
Mother-in-law, I told you that I'll go greet your relatives after I'm done with my father. Why are you so insistent?
Don't you care what they think about you? And I have my pride too. I don't want them to think that my own daughter-in-law doesn't follow my orders.
Orders? What do you think I am?
You're a woman who can't listen to her mother-in-law. Disobedient is the perfect word for you. I think you should be more obedient to me.
Okay, I get it. I will try to do that from now on. So just for today, could you please just leave me be, just for today? I want to see my father off peacefully.
Then you'd better come back here right now.
I can't. I'm in the middle of a funeral.
The funeral will go on without you. Let the funeral home take care of it.
No. If I ditch my own father's funeral to celebrate your relative's 60th birthday, I'm sure the people at the party will feel it's bad.
Huh? What are you saying? No one knows about your father's funeral.
What? So all those people think I just didn't show up?
Maybe that is the case.
Mother-in-law, you need to explain to your relatives what's going on.
Your father's funeral is useless information, isn't it? I won't bother telling them that.
How dare you? Useless information? What do you think my father was? He was an irreplaceable and precious parent to me. You're a parent, so you should know how I feel.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss. But when you got married, you became a member of our family. I need you to put my relatives first.
I understand. Steve is contacting all the relatives right now. He said he'll head over there as soon as the funeral is over.
What? After the funeral? It's too late, isn't it?
They said they'll wait for me. I'll be on my way there as soon as possible.
I see. I hope everyone agrees. Anyway, come as soon as possible. And don't ever tell them that I interrupted the funeral. If you say anything about it, I will never forgive you.
Okay.
And another thing, I'm organizing the celebration, so you need to pay me $2,000.
Huh? You need $2,000 for a birthday celebration? That's way too much, no matter how much you did.
It's already been organized, and everybody is pitching in. You need to pay at least this much. Anything less than that won't cover it, and you'll look cheap. So don't nitpick and bring me $2,000.
Mother-in-law, where are you? Steve and I have already arrived.
What? I've been waiting for you.
We were late, so we thought you had already arrived. You weren't there yet, were you? I thought you said it's rude to be late. We've already given our congratulations and paid our contribution to the party.
Why do you always do things selfishly? I told you to give it to me, and I'd pay it.
No, it was too expensive. I asked all the relatives gathered here. Is it really $2,000 each?
What?
Then they said $100 would be enough, so I gave $100. Mother-in-law, you were planning to keep most of the $2,000, weren't you?
You are talking nonsense. I would never do such a thing. You really are an idiot, aren't you? I'm going over there now, and I'm going to give you a thorough talking to.
I don't think you should do that.
What? What are you talking about?
You're going to have a hard time from now on.
What? What do you mean?
Your relatives are furious.
Why?
First of all, you told me to leave the funeral. If it's my own father's funeral, of course it's more important. They said that since he was your daughter-in-law's father, it's only natural that you should have been there too.
What? Why did you tell them about the funeral when I said not to?
I didn't bring it up myself. As soon as I arrived there, they asked me what was wrong. Why were we late? They asked, so I gave a full explanation.
Why would you do that?
Why wouldn't I? Of course, we're going to tell them the truth about it. Besides, it was nice to talk to your relatives. By the way, your aunt was planning to celebrate with just their children, grandchildren, and close family members. I heard that was the original plan.
What?
I heard that you forced them to make it bigger than it was. I heard that the grandchildren, who were secretly planning it, were disappointed.
Because, well, you know, a 60th birthday is not a glamorous event. Of course it's better to make it a bigger and more fun party.
That's your own way of thinking. Your relatives don't all think like you.
Well, you're such a horrible person.
And you said I had to bring at least $2,000? Even with all the preparations, it couldn't have cost more than $500. What's that about?
Well, it's nice to contribute a good amount, isn't it? That's all I was saying. If you guys are already there, I guess I don't need to go. So, see you later then.
Mother-in-law, wait a minute. Steve would like to talk to you.
What? Hey, Mom, what a terrible thing you've done. I was just talking to some relatives, and there was an employee from Kate's father's company. They said if they had known, they would have wanted to attend the funeral. But you kept calling him and talking about the 60th birthday party. He couldn't think of anything else and missed the news. What? What are you talking about? My father-in-law was the CEO of the company. What? CEO? You never once said that. We brought it up more than once every time we met him. But you never listened, complaining about how bad the food was, how uncomfortable the seats were, etc. You were only thinking about yourself and didn't listen to what others had to say. My father-in-law was a good leader who was loved by all his employees. So many people attended his funeral. They couldn't all fit into the funeral home. That's how popular he was. He's so different from you. That's not true. I'm sure you'll have an overflowing crowd of mourners when it's my time to go. To the funeral of someone who tries to steal money from a 60th birthday celebration? Who's going to come? Steal? Don't talk nonsense to me. I guess it's to give to that man. Huh? That guy who came and shouted outside the funeral home. He's your guy, right? Huh? What? Why? He was rude and disrespectful at the funeral, so I grabbed him and got the whole story out of him. I heard you were spending all your money on him. You're in love with a man you're way too old for. I can do whatever I want. It's up to me, isn't it? I'm a woman too. I heard he was unemployed. Yeah, it's awful. His boss accused him of embezzlement and fired him. Suddenly, he had no job and he was in trouble. So I took care of him. That's all a lie, okay? What? No, it's not. I don't care if you are my son. I won't let you say anything bad about him. I hear he's known around here as a scammer. He finds a target and approaches them with some made-up sob story. And then he tries to get money out of them. You've been duped, you know. That's not true. He and I are getting married soon. How much money have you given him? Well, I'd say about $30,000. Huh? Did he pay back anything yet? Not yet. He said he'll pay me back little by little after he gets a job and we get married. It's like that, is it? Have you ever seen him looking for a job even once? You're joking, right? Just the other day, I gave him $10,000 because he's signing a contract for a new apartment after we get married. What about that? I don't know. He's probably on the run with that money right now, isn't he? Probably unreachable. I swear, his phone number has been disconnected. You've just been used, you know, as an ATM. Oh no, so that money will never be paid back? That's what it seems like. The money we were almost forced to pay you anyway. That was going to go to him, wasn't it? I'm really glad we went straight to my relative's house. My money? Well, I don't have any proof about the money, but I don't think he's going to pay you back. I'm suing that guy for disturbing the funeral. I can't let it slide after he ruined my father-in-law's funeral. You'd go that far? Of course I would, and you're just as guilty as him. I didn't do anything. I just told him that I wish you'd leave the funeral. I just told him that. How convenient for you, huh? I will never forgive you for trying to ruin my father-in-law's funeral. And I will never forgive you for bullying Kate so much. I've completely lost my patience with you today, and I'm going to cut all ties with you. Wait a minute. Why are you suddenly disowning me? You are my only son. You're my blood. I don't give a shit. You're the reason for all this. You better take this to heart. Steve!
Mother-in-law, I told you so.
Hey, it's your fault we're in this mess. You should do something about it. If Steve abandons me, I'll be all alone.
That can't be helped. You did such a terrible thing. Besides, we're not the only ones who are angry.
What?
All the relatives who gathered today are equally angry. It's a disgrace to have such a person as you in the extended family. They said they will stop all communication with you from now on.
That's not true, is it?
You'll see for yourself if you come here. Please come and find out.
No, I don't know what people will say.
That can't be helped, can it? You did this to yourself.
Kate?
Yes?
If I apologize, will you forgive me?
What?
If I apologize, will you help me?
No, I will not help you.
Why not? I'm going to be all alone, isolated from everyone. Don't you feel sorry for me?
No, I don't. Do you remember what you did when I was the saddest person in the world after my father died? You tried to ruin the funeral. And to top it off, you even tried to rob me of my money. How could I possibly feel sorry for such a person? You really have no common sense, do you? Steve and all his relatives are disgusted with you.
You still say terrible things. I'm your mother-in-law. You should help me.
No, I'm going to cut ties with you just like Steve is. I don't consider you my mother-in-law, so I don't think I'll help you.
Oh, no.
And I'm going to succeed my father as the CEO of the company.
What? You're going to be the CEO? Then, can I ask you for financial support? As you know, I've already spent all my savings.
I know, but I don't have to help you because I'm leaving you, right? And you tried to mess up my father's funeral. I'm not going to help you with the money my father made at his company. Don't be ridiculous.
Then, what's going to happen to me now?
I don't know. You can do whatever you want. Work, live on your own. I have no intention of seeing you again. I'll block your number too.
Oh no, wait a minute, Kate. I'm sorry for what I did, so don't abandon me.
After that, we packed up our belongings and left the house. My mother-in-law was insisting that we stay with her the whole time. We didn't say a word to her. Of course, we didn't let her know where we were moving to. My father's funeral and the 60th birthday celebration. Because of how she acted about them, my mother-in-law seems to have been abandoned by all her relatives as well. And as for the man, he was convicted of disturbing the peace and malicious behavior. He was ordered to pay a fine and never saw my mother-in-law again. My mother-in-law was left all alone. She is living in a daze, holed up in her big house. Neighbors say that her hair has turned completely white, and she has aged drastically. Well, she got what she deserved, didn't she? We started a new life in our new residence. Since I became the CEO of the company, my husband resigned from his job. He has agreed to help me with our company. We are both determined to do our best so as not to tarnish the name of my father's company.
My name is Shelly. I'm 22 years old and a private university student, majoring in astronomy. I have my parents and my younger sister, Kayla, who is cute and smart since she was little and has always been at the top of her class in school and in everything. Compared to my sister, I am ordinary in terms of talent and appearance, and my parents discriminate against me, and my sister looks down on me. One day, when my sister went to Germany to study abroad, the problems that had been accumulating finally exploded. I'm in the middle of a lecture right now. Can I talk to you later? It's not a big deal, is it? I don't care. Just answer the phone, Shelly. And I don't care about your schedule. I told you to always answer my phone, didn't I? How many times have I told you? There's no way I can do that. What a pain in the ass. So, what do you want? Like I said before, I'm in the middle of a lecture, so hurry up. Hey, did you hear about it? About what? Big news! Kayla got her PhD from a German university. Oh, right. She went to Germany to study from last year, right? That's great. Right. I was worried about her at first. Compared to you, Kayla is cute and brilliant, but to go abroad for 2 years? I really didn't feel like I'm breathing until now. But if she got PhD, that's a different story. Not that it's any of my business, but if you were so worried about her, you shouldn't have let her go abroad. You know, Kayla is a freshman. She's not a child anymore, and overseas is not as dangerous as you think. I've told you many times that Kayla can study better than you, and she's as pretty as a model or an actress. Anything could happen to her. She must be popular, unlike you. I'm sure she'd be in trouble if someone strange likes her. You, on the other hand, are just a plain girl with nothing special to offer but looking at the stars and the moon in your spare time. And even though you go to a university, you haven't shown any success. It's like chalk and cheese. Don't make me laugh. You're talking like that again, Mom. That's enough. I don't want to hear it. I've told you many times, I'm your daughter too. Why are you so mean to me? Well, unfortunately, we're related by blood. I can't believe it too, even though I'm your parent. I mean, it would have been fine with having only one daughter if you were as good-looking and studious as Kayla. But you weren't, so I had no choice but to give birth to Kayla and pin my hope. What a waste of time, effort, and money. I don't know where I went wrong. A waste of time? What do children mean to you? I'm looking forward to Kayla's future. I bet she'll do even better if she got her PhD from a German university. You're her big sister, so you should support her as much as you can. Don't ever drag her down. Don't worry, I won't get involved. Shelly! Kayla's coming back at the end of this month. I can't wait. Now that she'll be back, she's going to use her qualifications and experience she gained overseas, including her PhD. Your room should be hers. I want her to relax and enjoy herself. What? What do you mean by that, Mom? I mean exactly what it says. I'm asking you what it means. Answer me. I live in a dorm room, but that room belongs to me, right? She has her own room. I still have a lot of my important things there. But you know, she can't use her room now. Only your room is available. You know, it's your fault. It's because you're addicted to fortune-telling and spirituality and bought all kinds of shady power stones or holy water from shady places like a fool. What do you mean like a fool? Those things are very sacred and important. I couldn't help it. No matter how literally brilliant she is, I was worried about that girl. You know I'm her mother. Besides, I was told that if I buy them, my daughter will be able to study abroad in peace and enjoy and be successful, and that's what happened. You shouldn't have taken that sketchy person's word for it and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy all those things and use the room as a storage. Besides, now that Kayla will be back and has met your expectations, you don't need them anymore. So if you get rid of all that stinky stuff, she can have her own room. And there shouldn't be any complaints or problems, right? No, you can't do that. She's going to spend the rest of her university life here, and in 3 years, she'll be working, remember? Her role is not over yet. If I throw them away, she might lose credits at university, waste her qualifications and knowledge, and most importantly, she might get into a bad company. And most importantly, she might end up working for a bad company. If that happens, can you take the responsibility? What is that? Overprotection has gone too far. Don't you realize that you're being tricked and wasting your money? I don't think Kayla, who brags so much about herself and has ability, would drop her credits and qualifications so easily because she's brilliant, right? If she fails her credits, it's her responsibility. And if she's going to work for a bad company, she should quit immediately and change her job, right? No, I don't want her to have such a hard time. Failure is not acceptable. Huh? Wait a minute. Then what about me? I was going to keep my mouth shut, but what about me? What the hell am I supposed to do? You don't care about me. I don't care about you, LOL. Do whatever you want. I have Kayla. Still, it's a student dorm, you're living alone. You're a big sister, so don't be such a baby. Kayla. As if I'm a stranger. This is ridiculous. Don't you have any compassion as a mother? Do you only care about her that much? I don't have any tears for you. I don't expect anything from you. Kayla will do her best in Germany and bring back useful qualifications and knowledge so that me and her father will be safe in the future. That's why I'm going to get rid of everything in your room. LOL. Kayla's going to use it from now on. LOL, I'm busy, so bye. Wait. Anyway, I'm going home now. Until then, don't touch my room. I told you, I have something important. Hey, what's this all about? How dare you? Did you completely ignore what I said? I told you not to touch my room until I come back. I didn't ignore you. I had no choice. Kayla was living abroad for 2 years where she's unfamiliar and now she's tired. There's also the time difference, and I wanted her to take a rest soon. She's my precious daughter. But does that mean you're really going to make my room her room? This is crazy. I told you, Kayla's room is filled with my precious lucky items. So the only room left is yours. You're a big sister and you're asking a lot. You're so brazen. You don't even live here now. I don't want to hear any more of that nonsense. What's wrong with you? You threw my novels, clothes, and all my stuff off the balcony, didn't you? And it had been raining like crazy that morning, and the yard was muddy. It made everything soggy and unusable. Why don't you just buy another novel or clothes? Besides, useless? It just got wet and soggy, right? You can dry the books and wash the clothes. You know, Mom, it's not just for me, but do you know that you're causing a lot of trouble to the people living downstairs as well? You know we live on the 4th floor, right? I apologize to them for you. I know. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't even know the strangers living downstairs. They won't even know it came from my place. LOL. You're insane. I had no idea you have no common sense and unaware of parental duties. Oh, well, if you hate me that much, you don't have to come home anymore. I'll feel better if you don't come back. Huh? You're not my child. You've been nagging me from the beginning. If you don't like what I say, then fine. Go live on your own. Are you serious? You're not just crazy. You're insane. Even if I have your blood in me, you don't give a shit about me? You're persistent. I told you from the beginning that you're not my child, right? LOL. You say that far? You're so hopeless. I really didn't think you'd be this harsh. Whatever. You told me I'm crazy or insane. You are hopeless. Well, that's enough. If you insist, I'll break off the relationship between you and me. Wait a minute. Who are you talking to? I didn't raise you that way. Who I am talking to? Are you acting like a parent now? Don't make me laugh. What's wrong with me mentioning it? I can't think of you as my parent. You are a stranger. And to be honest, I can't deal with you, let alone Kayla. And I was thinking of leaving by the time she gets back from Germany. You really are a cocky little girl. If you want to break off the relationship, then fine. I've always thought that you're not my daughter in the first place. As of today, I'm done with you. Now get your belongings and get out. And don't come back. I don't need you to tell me. I don't want this house. I'm sick of it. I hope you have no regrets. Well, goodbye. Shelly, it's been a while. How are you? I was worried about you. I was wondering how you're doing. Who are you? Excuse me? I'm your mother. Did you forget? Mother? Who are you talking about? And what are you talking about? I don't even have a family anymore, let alone a mother. I don't have time to talk about the old days with a stranger, so if you'll excuse me. What do you mean a stranger? It's only been 2 years since you ran away from home and you've forgotten your mother? Ugh, how can you be so brazen? You messed your own daughter's room, covered all my things in rain and mud and made them unusable. And then you said unbelievable things like you're not my child or I wasted a lot of time and effort on you. I don't think you can call yourself a mother after all of that. But what are you here to tell me now? Mothers say things like that to their children when they get frustrated. You know what I mean. I was just taking it out on you. I mean, it's your fault for making me frustrated in the first place. Talking to you just makes me more irritable. You know we call this crap? And this is a very stupid one. So what do you want? I thought you're getting frustrated talking to me again. I mean, we both will. Don't tell me you want me to come back home. Don't worry. That's not what I want to tell you. This is very embarrassing to say, but I want you to send us money. Huh? Sending money? Are you kidding me? Why? Actually, Kayla got a job at LL Company after she graduated from university, using the qualifications and knowledge she gained in Germany. But 2 months ago, she suddenly quit. What? LL Company is, I believe it's a major German manufacturer that's well known in the US, right? Let me ask you why she quit. It seems like she didn't get along with her boss. He scolded her in front of everyone. What? Is that the only reason? Kayla didn't have enough money to go shopping, so she borrowed some money from the cash box. Well, that's absolutely a wrong action. Borrowing a little money? That's embezzlement or a thief. An employee must do it. She would get caught. But if she only got scolded, she was lucky. Thanks to those good luck items, LOL. But he didn't have to scold her in front of everyone as a warning. Poor thing. She was so embarrassed and angry that she slapped her boss, and it made it hard for her to stay there. Her hand must have hurt too. Poor Kayla. That's 100% or even 300% her fault. She deserves it. Embezzling money and then slapping your boss? That's hopeless. So let me ask you something. She didn't quit. She was fired, right? No, I told them on the phone that Kayla is quitting. Even in a big company, there are things you can do and things you shouldn't do. I can't have Kayla work with a boss who would hurt her. Even though she's heartbroken, she is looking for a next job. But she can't seem to find a job because no company has a good eye for her. Kayla says, I'm tired, I'm hurt, I'm going to rest. And she stopped looking for a job and stays in her room most of the time. What? You called the company? That's insane. So she has no job now? She embezzled money and now she's a shut-in? LOL. Hey, don't say like that. You still feel inferiority? She's just hurt because she got yelled at by an adult for the first time. She's a sensitive girl. Anyway, she's just resting and will be back in the world soon. Unlike you, she's a perfect girl. After all, Kayla is so brilliant and different compared to others that she got her PhD in Germany. Thanks for the parental advice, which I'm sick of after 2 years. Well, I understand most of the situation, but why do I have to send you money? I'm already done with you guys, remember? You even told me not to come back too. In the first place, you were able to live by buying so many lucky items and spending so much money that you turned Kayla's former room into a storeroom, right? You didn't need my money to live until now, so you don't need me to send it to you. Are you up to something? It's not that. It's just your father fell ill. Huh? Last week, I woke up one morning and he was lying next to the bed. He's still in the hospital because of the stroke, in addition to his deteriorating health due to overwork and stress. Because of the stroke, he will no longer be able to move the left side of his body, so I'm afraid he won't be able to continue working. What is that? That's a terrible situation. Even though I haven't seen him, that's still worrisome. You could have told me about that even if we are in this relationship. Our relationship is one of the reasons, but also because I didn't think it was worth mentioning to you. Besides, I didn't want you to come back. Anyway, things have changed. He can't work anymore. He seems to be able to get a pension, and I'm reluctantly working part-time jobs, but we're a little short on living expenses. If things continue like this, I can't even buy Kayla clothes and other things like I used to. She will have a hard time. It will be fine until Kayla gets a job and our life becomes stable, so please send us some money. Even if you are incompetent, you can at least help your pretty sister, right? Please return the favor I've done for you until now. I'm disappointed if that's all you can say. You're such a jerk. What? After I left, I didn't block you, hoping that you guys would say sorry for the last chance. since you were my family. But after all, there was not a single word of apology, and Kayla kept texting me of abuse, checking me that I'm still alive and making fun of me as if she was spending her spare time. And today, your stupid request made me realize that my hope was useless. So, whatever. Shelly, I'm blocking your number as of today, and I'm changing my number. I'll never send money home, I'll never go back to your house like before, and I've realized that I never want to talk to you again. So think like I don't exist, it's better for both of us. What did you say? You think I'm going to let you do that? What are parents to you? I had a hard time giving birth to you, but you couldn't get a job at a decent school or company? At least send money back to your parents and be a good daughter. Don't make us upset. There you go. See? You won't change. Do you know that I have a heart too? Just because I didn't follow you, you treated me like I was incompetent and even abandoned me, saying I wasn't your child. But I worked, earned my own money, moved into a university dorm, and became an independent person. And I'm still working and studying in university to become an astronomer. I'm staying grounded for the life. I'm not being taken care of you. On the other hand, how's Kayla? She's a gifted person who is proud of being able to do anything. And on top of that, you guys took great care of her. How did she end up? Unlike Kayla, who became unemployed because she underestimated the world itself, let alone society, I'm different. So why should I have to help her when she treated me like that and made me break off relationship with you guys? Since that day 2 years ago, I have no obligation to clean up Kayla's mess, let alone be your slave, you know? Don't you think it's too selfish of you to ask me for help now after you made fun of me so much and agreed to cut me off? You're so cocky! Is that how you talk to your parents? Anyway, there's still a chance for Kayla who got her PhD. She's just in a bit of a slump right now. When she gets a new job, I'll leave you alone this time, so just shut up and send us money. PhD, hey, do you think it's really true? Well, she is certainly a brilliant girl, so there's a chance she could get it on her own, but... Huh? What do you mean? What? That's Kayla making out with a German student in this picture, right? Look closely. You're a pretty girl. Actually, when Kayla was studying abroad, a friend of mine who went to the same university as me went to Germany for fun. She saw this scene on her way back from a dinner with her friends and took a picture of it and sent it to me. Wait a minute. Then a friend told me this interesting story that Kayla was dating some guys and having sex with them and got answers of essays and exams as a reward. That's how she got the credits and passed grades she needed for her PhD so easily. You can come up with that naughty things if you're gorgeous and smart, huh? Easily? That's ridiculous. Kayla wouldn't do that. Don't be surprised yet. Here, this. Hey! This was sent to me by another friend of mine who works part-time at a club. And he said that every day, Kayla was playing with a bunch of guys like this. She even gave allowance to her favorite one every day. I wonder where the money came from. No way! Kayla is not... These are all fake! She's so easy. She used the money from LL Company to give it to them, perhaps? It's impossible for her to play with so many guys at the club every day and give them pocket money. I'm sure she's probably in debt as well. And also, she should have used your money and those bogus items in that storeroom, right? What? Oh God! All of them in that room are gone! And she even took more than half of the money from our accounts! Oh, I knew it. Now you see? And let me tell you once again, I won't send you any money, and I don't want anything from you guys when you say you'll buy me what I want. So, think this as a divine punishment for kicking me out and raising Kayla to be such a super selfish piece of shit. You just have to give up and go broke or work yourself to death. I'm going to completely cut myself off from you this time, so I'll leave everything to you guys. Wait a minute! Don't abandon us! I'm sorry for what I've done! Let's be a family again, and I'll make Kayla and your father apologize.
And when our lives settle down, I'll pay you back double what I owe. I promise. So please, forgive us and help us, Shelly. It's too late. Well, you know, what goes around comes around. You deserve it. Well then, good luck with your pretty girl. Goodbye, ex-mom. As I declared, I blocked my ex-mom, ex-dad, and ex-sister's numbers, and the next day, I changed my number on my phone. After this, I heard from a friend who lives near my parents' house that my ex-mom asked Kayla whether it was a fact or not, and she said, "Oh, you knew? So what? It's not a big deal. I'm special, right?" She wasn't sorry at all, so they got into a big fight, which contained cursed words and throwing things. Ex-mom's anger ended up in vain, and Kayla did not look for a job at all, saying, "I am not a person who is pushed by others." She never used her knowledge, qualifications, or PhD, which she earned by cheating. She shut herself and stayed unemployed. She spent money on clubs and gambles, stole mom's salary and dad's pension, and has accumulated even more debts. Furthermore, my ex-dad has dementia due to the stress of being hospitalized and not being able to move his left side of his body freely, and has started to hit my ex-mom, who was taking care of him. She was exhausted by working part-time that she was not used to, taking care of ex-dad and dealing with Kayla, who was not working, asking mom for money and having a debt. And finally, she was hospitalized in a mental hospital. The house was sold to help Kayla pay off her debts, and then she was chased by some scary guys and is now nowhere to be found. So, my ex-family, who loved my brilliant sister and excluded me from the family, has ended up in a big collapse. It hurts my heart a little, but I will not look back. I've learned a lot from this family. I will live my life humbly as a compassionate person while devoting myself to my dream of becoming an astronomer.
Farah, I hope you have made an arrangement for the funeral properly.
Yes, I did, Heather. I had numerous meetings with the funeral staff, so I'm sure everything will be fine.
I will never allow any mismanagement at the funeral of my precious son, you know? Do you understand?
Of course I do. I've informed the staff our intentions, so I'm sure everything will be fine.
Just because I got an uncaring wife like you, I had to lose my son like this. What am I going to have to look forward to in my life from now on?
With all due respect, it's not my fault that he passed away. It was a car accident, and there's nothing I could do about it.
It was probably because you were not good enough as a wife. That boy was tired of living every day. I'm sure it was mental exhaustion that brought on the accident. I'm sure that's what happened.
Heather, that is a terrible accusation, isn't it? He was trying to go to his friend's house and got into an accident, remember? And if he hadn't gone out that day, it wouldn't have happened. He went out on his own and got into an accident.
Then, if you had kept him back in the apartment, this wouldn't have happened. You didn't have the charm to keep him there, did you?
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I didn't think this would happen either.
That's why you're not good enough as a wife. I only regret that I allowed you to marry my son.
Oh no. Heather, that is a terrible thing to say.
At least give him a proper funeral without any mistakes. I want to give him a peaceful funeral.
Yes, I'll do that. Farah, I just heard from my mother. I'm sorry. I feel like my mother misses the point at a time like this. As you know, she's the kind of person who can misunderstand stuff. Hi, Kristen. It's true that what she said to me was so outrageous, and I was surprised, but don't worry about it. I'm used to it. Right. Her arrogant behavior has bothered our family for a long time. My father and I are fed up with it. We've had our share of problems with her. But but I want my brother's funeral be good without a problem. I know it's a lot of work, but please take care of it. Of course. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. Thank you, but I'm sure the staff will take care of most of it. Thank you for your concern.
Farah, can I have a word with you?
Hi, Heather. What is it?
There's something I need to tell you about my son's inheritance.
About his inheritance?
Yes. My son worked for a well-known company, and he's been saving money diligently since he was young. I believe he left a lot of his inheritance to me.
To you?
Of course. I'm his mother.
That's true, but...
So, I heard about you and Kevin before he passed away. There was no love between you two, was there?
Well...
According to my son, you guys were on the verge of divorce.
Well, something like that.
If that's the case, my son's inheritance is all mine.
What?
If you were thinking about divorce, you are as good as a stranger. Why would I give you my precious son's inheritance?
Do you even know about the reason for the divorce?
I don't need to ask. It's because you are not a good wife, isn't it? That's what my son told me. You have no right to my son's inheritance. Leave everything and get out of that apartment.
What? You mean you want me to leave this apartment?
Of course. That apartment was purchased by my son. The name and the payment were in his name. It's his property, isn't it?
I don't understand what you're asking me to do so suddenly. I have my own life, and I can't just leave like that.
You can't talk back to me like that. I'm his mother. I'm fully entitled to that apartment.
What? Is it really?
It's pretty obvious, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop messing around. Just pack your stuff and leave right away. Either way, you were supposed to get divorced and move out of that apartment, right?
Well, yes, but there's still a few more days until the end of the contract of the apartment.
Huh?
Well, I guess you can live in here for a few more days.
What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense.
I'll let the real estate agent know that you will be here. Please vacate the apartment in a few days.
Huh? Are you out of your mind?
Hey, Farah. Can I talk to you now? Sure. Thank you so much for your help with my brother's funeral. I was really grateful to you, Farah. My brother and I went through a lot, but you took such good care. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for saying that. But more than that, my mother seems to be acting wrong again. Well, I got kicked out of the apartment. I think she's living in there. I knew it. My mother is so upset about the inheritance. She won't listen to me. My father's having a hard time with it. I can imagine. Well, I was planning to leave the apartment within a few days anyway. I've already moved all the necessary belongings in the trunk. I don't mind at all that she kicked me out. Actually, there's something I'd like to discuss with you. Okay. About my mother, of course. I'd like to discuss various things about the future with you. Could we meet sometimes? Of course, that's totally fine. Good.
Hey, what's this all about? I just got evicted by the real estate agent.
Well, I guess you're the one who has to leave.
Huh?
I told you, didn't I, that the eviction date is coming up.
And why is this apartment in your name? Did you lie to me?
What? Didn't Kevin tell you?
What?
You knew we were getting a divorce, right?
So what? What's that got to do with the apartment being in your name?
In the first place, did you know the reason why Kevin and I got divorced?
That's because you weren't good enough as a wife for him, wasn't it? That's pretty obvious.
That's where you misunderstood.
Huh?
He had been cheating on me for over a year now. That day he passed away, he was on his way to the other woman's house.
What?
Yes, it seems he fell for the wrong woman. He was giving her a lot of money without my knowledge.
What?
When I found out, I was devastated.
What do you mean?
Ever since we got married, we opened a joint account and kept saving for the future. We had about $100,000 saved up. But I noticed one day that the number was only 3 figures.
Huh? $100,000? That's not true. You were making up a story just because he passed away. What kind of person are you?
I'm not making this up. I've already checked the account. Your son paid everything to the woman behind my back.
There is no way my son would have done that.
I should have asked for the money back, but I didn't want to get into trouble in court, and I wanted to get rid of your son as soon as possible. As a result of our discussion, I decided to take the apartment and all the household goods. Well, I guess you could say that's my consolation money.
No way.
At that time, I changed the name of the apartment to mine. Of course, your son agreed to it.
Oh no.
Although, I had no intention of living in that apartment anymore, so I decided to sell it right away. The real estate agent who visited you helped me out a lot. He was very generous and considerate.
That's impossible. How could you sell the apartment that my son had purchased without consulting me? If it had stayed, it would have been his memento.
But it's not my fault. It was your son who was cheating on me. If your son had not spent so much money on women, this would not have happened. So your son got what he deserved.
So it's the fault of the woman who cheated on you? Who is that woman?
Huh? Weren't you the one who introduced her?
What?
Your son told me about it.
What? What do you mean?
You wanted your son and me to get divorced for a long time, didn't you?
That's because you're so incompetent. If you were a wife like that, wouldn't everyone think so?
So you arranged a blind date for your married son, just because of that reason.
What? How did you know?
He told me everything.
What?
You proposed an arranged marriage in order to get us divorced, and he went along with it. Isn't that right?
Well, yes, but that blind date was just for the occasion.
What kind of mother would let her married son go on a blind date? When I found out, I was speechless.
Oh.
You thought the blind date had failed, didn't you?
Yes, that's why I was trying to think of a different way.
Huh? You were still plotting something?
Plotting is a terrible word.
Well, that's what you were doing. You were sneaking around trying to get me divorced.
It's because you were not a good wife.
Let's not change the subject. He didn't break up with the woman you arranged the marriage with.
What?
Your son had exchanged contact information with her without telling you.
Was that so? Why would he do that without telling me?
Perhaps he didn't want you to interfere.
What?
He told me before. He said you're annoying because you get involved in every single thing he does.
That's a lie. That honest and obedient son would never say such a thing.
But you didn't know that he was actually seeing a woman on an arranged marriage, did you?
No, but...
It seems she was an extraordinary person.
What do you mean?
Fine dinners, luxury brand fashions and accessories, and even luxury cruise trips.
What? She was very quiet and elegant.
I think you're looking at it all wrong. It seems that once she started dating your son, she began to show her true side. In fact, he has contributed about $100,000 to her. It's appalling.
Oh no.
And since he did not leave any will, the legal heirs will inherit his properties.
I know. I told you that I am entitled to my son's legacy as well.
You seem to be making a big mistake. The only legal heir is his wife, me.
Huh? Oh no.
But as I told you, your son has contributed everything to the woman he had an affair with. There's nothing that can be called property.
How could it be? He had been saving steadily since he was young, so he must have a considerable amount of money.
He seems to have given all his savings to that woman.
That's a lie. You're just saying that to get everything, aren't you?
If you think I'm lying, shall I show you our bank account? Because the evidence is well documented. If you still don't agree with me, you can file a lawsuit. We have solid proof of his affair too, you know.
What?
It's all on your son's phone.
Oh no. That's enough. Enough.
Okay, I understand. Then, as the real estate agent told you, please leave that apartment immediately.
Farah, reply to my text or call me.
What is it? I'm working today.
Where do you live now, Farah?
Why?
You are my daughter-in-law, so you are obligated to support me, right? That's why I thought I'd go to your place. I was kicked out of my apartment because of you.
Why is it my fault? The apartment was in my name. I was free to do whatever I wanted. You have no right to tell me what to do with it.
Even if you sell the apartment, you are still obligated to support me.
Huh? I have no obligation to support you because I have nothing to do with you anymore.
You are my daughter-in-law.
The other day, I submitted a notice of termination of marital relations to the city office.
What is that?
It is a procedure to legally sever the relationship of a deceased spouse. Now that I've completed the procedure, you and I have nothing to do with each other.
What?
Therefore, I am not obligated to support you at all.
Oh no. Then how do you expect me to live from now on?
You have to think by yourself, don't you?
Huh?
I heard from Kristen. I heard you are divorced.
She told you that?
Kristen and your husband have been troubled by your behavior for a long time.
What?
You are selfish and only interested in money. Your arrogant attitude towards others has been bothering them.
She said that?
Yes, and after this incident, your husband has decided to divorce you. You set your married son up on a blind date. And if that had been successful, you would have made him divorce me and demand alimony, right?
That's not true.
Furthermore, after he passed away, you were going to kick me out and live a life of luxury in that apartment. When your husband found out the truth, he decided to divorce you. He said he couldn't live with someone who doesn't understand other people's feelings and the importance of money.
What? That's impossible.
I heard that you had used up all the savings. What on earth did you spend the money on?
Well, I got a little addicted to horse racing. At first, I went along with a friend of mine just for fun. But it turned out to be more fun than I expected and I couldn't stop. I just couldn't stop.
So you even used the family savings?
That's what happened.
No wonder your husband is so disgusted with you.
So, I didn't even get a share of the property. He told me to be thankful he didn't charge me for all the money I'd spent.
Of course.
I have no house, no money. I can't live like this. You have to help me. You were my daughter-in-law and I was your mother-in-law. You must have at least a little compassion for me.
There's no such thing. Remember you said you're not a good wife? Why did he get such a wife? You can divorce my son anytime you want. You've been bullying me for years. And who do you think you are asking me to help you?
I was young, so I just got carried away, you know.
Huh?
If you say you won't help me, I'll ask Kristen to help me.
She has been both embarrassed and disgusted by your abusive words and actions. That's why she said she would break off the relationship with you.
What? Is that true?
Yes. I am sure of it because I have met and talked with her directly.
Then there is no one to help me.
That's what I'm saying, isn't it? But don't you deserve it? You've done so much.
Oh no.
From now on, please live on your own. And think about how happy you had been so far. I think you will understand how much you have to be thankful to your family. Life is a lifelong study, isn't it?
No, I don't need that kind of study at my age. Instead, think of a way to help me.
Don't be ridiculous. I told you already, didn't I? You and I are strangers now, okay? Why should I help you? It will never happen. Please do not contact me at all in the future.
Farah, don't be so cold. I'm really in trouble.
That's none of my business. If you contact me again, I will report you to the police without hesitation. Remember that.
Farah, are you really that cold? I can't believe it.
Say whatever you want. You and I are strangers.
Wait. I take back what I just said. Please, help me. Farah.
After that, it seems that Heather begged Kristen for help. She was not taken seriously at all and was coldly treated and turned away. Her ex-husband was so furious that he divorced her and never contacted her again. She had no house, no money, and was left all alone. So she had no choice but to return to her parents for help. But since her ex-husband had already told them everything, she was turned away as well. She's now working in a factory and living lonely in a dormitory. I hope that by working diligently and spending time alone, she will reflect on what she has said and done. I was able to sell my apartment without a problem. I used the money to buy a new apartment. Even though it is quite old, it is in a convenient location. I can commute to work and go shopping without any inconvenience. From now on, I would like to devote myself to my work and save up for the time being.
Carl, I'm sorry. I want you to come to the Riverside Hospital.
What? Why? I mean, when are you coming back? I'm hungry.
Sorry, I won't be home for a while.
Huh? What do you mean?
I was in an accident and I've just been sent to the hospital by ambulance.
Really? I don't need that kind of joke.
It's true. I just got treated at the emergency room.
Wait, seriously?
I told you it's true. I also hit my head, so I have to stay in the hospital for a while. So I need you to do the paperwork.
God, what are you going to do about our trip to Hawaii tomorrow?
We can't go. I've been told to stay here just in case.
I was really looking forward to it.
So was I. I'm sorry, but can you call the travel agency and cancel it?
Cancel?
We don't have a choice. I want you to come to the hospital for the procedures, and I'd like you to bring some of my stuff, so please come.
God, okay.
Carl, not yet?
Huh? What?
I asked you to come to the hospital, didn't I? It's been 2 hours. When are you coming?
Oh, I forgot.
Huh? What do you mean you forgot? I've been waiting for you.
You're in the hospital room already, right?
Well, yes. To be honest, I had you to come to do the paperwork before moving into the room, but you didn't show up, so I talked to the nurse and she let me go ahead and move to the room.
But you didn't show up, so I talked to the nurse and she let me go ahead and move to the room.
Huh? You're not coming?
Look, I have to wake up early tomorrow and you seem to be fine, so I don't have to go.
Tomorrow? You're going on a trip?
I thought there would be a cancellation fee, so I looked it up and found out that they will charge us 100% of it for cancellations made the day before. It's stupid to pay the full amount for a trip you're not even going on, right? Then I thought, why don't I just go?
Well, I'm stuck in the hospital. You're going on a trip by yourself without even visiting me?
There's no way I'm going alone. I asked my coworker and he said he wants to go, so I decided to go with him. Don't worry, I'll bring you plenty of souvenirs.
Wait, I can't believe it.
Hey, that's my word. It's your own fault you got in an accident and you had to be hospitalized. It's not my fault.
Your wife got in an accident and ended up in the hospital. Aren't you worried about me?
Well, you seem to be fine. You can text me a lot like this, so you should be fine.
Fine, I'll ask my mom.
Well, I'm going to bed and prepare for my trip tomorrow. Call me if you need anything. It's a beautiful day. It's a perfect day for a trip. My coworker is enjoying a lot too. I can leave the hospital to take care of you and I'll go and take care of my coworker. Look forward to the souvenirs. See you later. Hey, Lynn, are you mad at me? You could at least reply me.
Having fun on your trip?
Yup, I'm having a blast. 5 days really fly by. I really don't want to go home.
You don't have to come back.
Hey, what are you saying? Don't get so mad at me. I've already bought plenty of souvenirs.
I'll look forward to it. I also have a present for you too.
For me?
Yes, look forward to it.
I don't know what it is, but, well, okay. By the way, I'll be at the airport on the day after tomorrow at 1 p.m., so can you and come pick me up? I've bought so many souvenirs and I'm in trouble. Hey, where are you? I'm already at the airport.
Sorry, I don't think I can make it, so please take a cab or something.
What? Really? Are you still in the hospital? You could have told me earlier.
There are plenty of cabs at the airport, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure I can get one. Okay, I'm going home now. I'm going to the hospital after I drop my stuff off.
Be safe.
Hey, what's going on? There's nothing in the house.
Oh, I hadn't told you yet. I moved out.
What? Moved out? During my trip?
Yeah, I just got all the stuff out yesterday.
I mean, I don't understand. Well, where's our new house? You have to tell me where it is.
Let's see, the address is 7014 River Street.
Huh? That's my parents' address, right? Wait, you moved in with my parents? You mean we're going to live with them?
Oh, only you are going back to your parents' house. My house is different.
Huh? What do you mean?
You and I are getting divorced, so we have to live separately.
Divorce? Wait, why? What's going on? Don't make funny jokes. I don't get it.
Did you enjoy your trip with your girlfriend?
What?
I'm asking you, did you have fun on the trip and cheating on me with a girl who is from your company?
Huh? Why?
I had to be hospitalized because of the accident, so I called my coworker. Then it seems that she was in Hawaii at the same time. She thought of me and texted me along with a bunch of nice photos.
No way.
It looks like you were having a lot of fun.
No, Lynn, no. She is really just a coworker.
There are more. You know, kissing this cute girl, cuddling with her, but she's still just a coworker, huh?
Wait. Let me explain. I'm going to the hospital now. Lynn, sorry. Please, will you at least listen to me?
I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to talk to you anymore. Besides, I don't want to see your face anymore. From now on, if you come to the hospital, I'll make you leave like I did before.
No.
Let's talk about the future through a lawyer. You should go back to your parents' house. Your mother is packing up all your stuff and taking them to her house.
Huh? Don't tell me Mom knows about this.
My family and your family all know. Duh.
Why would you? It's about us. Why are you telling everyone first?
Why? When they heard I was in the hospital, they all came because they were worried about me. The only one who didn't come was you, my husband.
No, because the trip.
Right. We had been planning this trip for 6 months, and I was really looking forward to it, and I knew you were too. But I can't imagine prioritizing a trip when your wife was in an accident and had to be hospitalized. Your parents both cried and apologized to me.
Even though you were in the hospital, I thought you would be able to get out soon, and since you were able to communicate normally, I thought you would be fine. First of all, it's because of your carelessness that we are in the situation, right? It's not my fault.
Sure, it's my fault that I got into the accident, but I don't need a husband who leaves the person he is going to spend the rest of his life with and go on a trip with some other girl. My family and your parents agreed with me. They helped me with the moving arrangements and moving out my stuff. I am so grateful.
Are we really getting divorced?
Of course. Oh, and I'm selling that house. The only place you can go back to is your parents' house.
What? You sold it? Why are you selling my house without my permission?
My house? It's my house. Did you forget?
Huh? Mom also knows about this?
You couldn't get a loan with your low income, so I bought the house under my name since I have a higher income than you, right?
Oh, that might have been it.
Since it's under my name, you have no right to complain about what I do with it. It will be sold at the end of this month. Oh, by the way, I've told you about this case to your company.
What? You told the company?
Of course I did.
Wait, there's no need to tell them. What are you doing?
Oh, you don't know why I was in the accident.
A reason?
Yeah, I was in an accident because I protected a child who ran into the road.
Oh, really? And the kid is...
Of course, he's fine. While I was in the hospital, the child's family came to visit me. We were talking and I couldn't believe it was someone from your company.
What?
The head of the sales department.
What? Manager? No way.
So he said he wanted to apologize to you too, but you were on a happy vacation with a girl from your company, right? So I politely explained to him what kind of situation we're in.
Oh no.
He was extremely angry. I heard there were rumors in the company that you and the girl might be having an affair. I wonder how long you've been cheating on me.
What? I've never heard of such a thing.
Of course you haven't. You won't hear rumors about yourself. Well, I'm sure it's already spread throughout the company. I feel sorry.
Oh no, Lynn, please. It's not too late. Can you tell the manager that everything was wrong? I won't be able to go to work if you don't.
I don't care. You deserve it.
Damn, this can't be. I lost my house, my job. You did all this without telling me. I'm gonna sue you.
Go ahead if you can. Then let's just settle this through our lawyers. Goodbye.
I'm sorry.
Will you stop texting me?
Lynn, I need you to listen to me, please.
Why are you trying to put me in a good mood just because you lost a trial? You're really annoying.
Lynn, please. I'm about to get fired. If that happens, I won't be able to divide the property. Hey, please reconsider.
Even if you have to borrow money, I'll have you pay what you need to.
Oh no.
Oh, and I'll ask for child support, so please keep that in mind.
What? Child support?
I'm pregnant, so I'm going to ask for child support for the baby and the property division.
A baby? My child? Are you kidding me? Then the child needs a father, right? Lynn, let's start over. I'll do my best.
That's disgusting.
What?
I can't believe that someone who can't even take care of his own wife can take care of his unborn child. I can't be family with you. The only family I have is my parents and my unborn child. So please don't reach me again. Please pay the property division and child support. Afterwards, my ex-husband, who had a poor sales record to begin with, was fired from his job as the company could not continue to employ him after what had spread within the company. He did not want to divorce me by any means, so he began to visit my workplace frequently and was arrested for trespassing. As for me, my baby is growing up fine and I can't wait for him to be born. With the property division and child support from my ex-husband, I am living happily without any inconvenience.
Mom. I just got home from school. I had a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, what time is it? Were you playing with your friends? Welcome home. It was a club day. I did my best to cook. I made hamburgers. It was so much fun. You made hamburgers? That's great. I wonder if you can make some for me when I get out of the hospital. I'll make it for you. I'll make it for you. When can you get out of the hospital? After the baby's born, maybe in a few weeks. I see. That's sad. I wish we were closer to the hospital so I could go see you and my baby sister. I can't wait to see you. Sorry, I miss you too, Anna. Hang in there a little longer. I'll be home soon with your baby sister. Mommy can't wait to see you too. Daddy and Grandma won't take me to the hospital. They seem to be busy and aren't home much. I try my best to cook and eat by myself every day. I also clean up everything by myself. Is that so? Every day? Well, Dad has to work, but I don't think Grandma goes out that much. She's out with friends today too. She said she's staying over. She and Dad were talking about the beach, but she won't tell me where they're going. What? I didn't hear anything about that either. I asked her to take care of you when I'm away. Then what's for dinner tonight? Did you prepare it or did Grandma? Dad gave me some money, so I went to the convenience store and bought something. Huh. I'm sorry, Anna. I'll make you a delicious dinner when I get out of the hospital. Go buy something before it gets dark. I'll ask Dad if he can come home early. Just have a little patience, okay? Okay. Hello, Mary. I can't reach Kevin. Do you know where he is? Could you tell him to call me when he comes back? What a troublesome request. I don't deserve to be called Mary as your mother-in-law in the first place. You're not my family. You know that, don't you? You're not related to me by blood. Yes, that's right. I'm sorry. I'll be careful, but Anna is my beloved, beautiful daughter, and she's your adorable grandchild, right? Beautiful. Hey, I don't know. And about Kevin? He's been busy with work lately, so he'll be home late. Actually, I started having contractions a little while ago, and it looks like our baby is going to be born in the morning. I'm sorry, but I'd like you to call him so he can be there. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but hey, that's a hassle. Why don't you just ask Anna, my lovely granddaughter? Ha ha ha. Of course that's impossible, isn't it? Anna is still in elementary school and it's already late at night. I'm sorry, but I'm about to go to bed. If I wait for Kevin, I won't be able to sleep. Actually, why don't you tell Kevin after the baby's born? How about that? It's a good idea, even for me. Kevin is busy too. It's Kevin's child too, right? I'm sure he is looking forward to it. Please do inform him. You're such an overreacting person. It's not the first time you've given birth, so you should be fine on your own. Anyway, I don't have much free time either. I need to rest when I can. Can't you show more care to the elderly? You can take care of yourself. You're not a child. Okay, I understand. I'll try to contact Kevin again later. Of course. You should take care of things yourself from the beginning. Don't make the mistake of asking for help from the wrong person. Well, I hope Kevin will reply, LOL. What do you mean? Do you know why I can't get in touch with him? I don't know. So why don't you try your best to get in touch with Kevin? I have to pay for the procedure after the birth and the hospital fees. I wanted him to come. It's a lot of work for me to do it alone after the birth. Why don't you ask your own parents? Yes, you should. That's what family is for, My parents live far away from home, so it's not possible to ask them all of a sudden. Besides, I don't want them to worry. I understand now. I'll take care of it myself. I won't depend on you anymore. Yes, please do that. You really are a stupid woman. You're so annoying. Kevin must be stressed out from living with you. LOL. I feel sorry for my son. I really do. You said you want to live with us. If you don't want to, we don't have to have you live with us. Huh? What? I can't hear you very well. You're really not nice, are you? You're not very considerate. The food you cook is bad, the cleaning is lousy, and I get stressed out no matter what you do. I see. I didn't know that I had put you through such a hard time. I think we should talk about our future plans when I get out of the hospital. That's a good idea. Well, don't depend on me. You just think about what you should do, all right? Anna, where are you now? I wanted to hear your voice, Anna. How are you? Are you with your grandma and dad? What do you want? Eh? What's wrong, Anna? It's your mom, dear. No, it's not. You're not my mom anymore. What do you mean? What's wrong? I just came home from the hospital and the house is empty. It's like a new house. I'm so surprised. What's going on? Dad and Grandma moved out, but they left me. Moved? I haven't heard anything. Where are you? It's not that surprising. It's nothing to do with you because you're not my family anymore. Oh, a message. Dad said to sign the divorce papers on the front porch. What does that mean? What's the matter with you? Can you put your dad or grandma on the phone for me? There should be some kind of mistake. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm in an orphanage. Orphanage? Why are you in an orphanage? What do you mean? You're a good actor, Mom. You said you wanted to put me in an orphanage. That's what Grandma said. You said I'm in the way. I wouldn't say that. Don't believe her. You are more important to me than my own life. I'll come and get you right away. So, can you tell me which facility? What? Are you sure? Mom, do you really want me to come back? Yes, I'm sure. You're my darling daughter. I would never do such a thing. I miss you so much right now. I was so sad. My grandma and dad were making you out to be the bad guy. He said he is divorcing you, but you wanted to put me in an orphanage because I am in the way. Don't worry. I won't say that, and I won't do it. I swear to God, I promise. I believe you. Please come get me soon. I miss you. I'm sorry I made you feel sad. I'll come get you soon. It's called Sunflower Orphanage. Please be quick, okay? Of course, I will be there as soon as possible. Do you know where your dad and grandma are? I don't know. Apartments? I think that's what they said. Also, Dad said he's getting married to a new bride. An apartment? Marriage? He said it's because they're going to have a new baby. Do you think he was talking about your sister that I gave birth to? Probably not. Dad and Grandma were talking about a boy. I understand. I'm sorry, Anna. I'll pick you up tomorrow. Have you filled out the divorce papers? Please fill them out as soon as possible. You're a slow learner, for God's sake. Call me when you sign them. There will be something about the division of property. Please wait. Shouldn't we talk about this first? Talking is just going to take time. Please agree to the divorce as soon as possible. Don't you want to see Anna as soon as possible? Anna is right next to me. What kind of nerve do you have to leave her in an orphanage? I'm getting a divorce even if he didn't ask me to. I can't stand you guys anymore. I don't even want to live with you. I will get child support and alimony. You're kidding, aren't you? What kind of alimony? It's the alimony for Kevin's infidelity. I heard he's going to have a boy. Who did you hear that from? Anna told me everything. It's so awful to involve an elementary school child. She talked about you like you were the bad guy, but then she immediately turned to you. She's your daughter after all. She's really a little bit of a bitch. Don't worry. I'll take full responsibility for raising Anna. I'm divorcing Kevin. He wasn't there for the birth. He's having an affair, and he left Anna in an orphanage. He really is the worst. Now, calm down. Adultery is not the word. It's about changing wives, switching to a better one. What's wrong? His new wife is having a boy. And unlike you, who can only give birth to a girl, she's way much better. She's young and beautiful, and yes, she will go out shopping with me. I'm glad you like her, but I will get alimony whether he has a child or a new wife. You are really black-hearted, aren't you? You always talk about money. I'll pay it even if you don't tell me, as soon as I get my share of the property. What are you talking about? You won't get it. It's your joint property, so he will get half of it. It seems like you were making a lot of money, so it should be easy enough to pay alimony. Ha 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 ha. Which one of us is the black-hearted one? You were planning something cunning like that, weren't you? What are you laughing at? I'm filing on the grounds of divorce for child abandonment, so Kevin's share is 0. What? Are you kidding? Don't try to fool around with an elderly. It's the truth. Besides, he's also been having an affair, so he'll be charged alimony too, LOL. You and your son are both idiots. I thought you were a little more calculating. Kevin said it would be profitable. Too bad. You are an idiot. If the other party is pregnant, I can easily find out about the affair, and I've already consulted a lawyer. My name is Katie, and I've just consulted with you on the phone. I would like to file a claim for alimony for my husband's infidelity. But can I also file a claim against the adulterous partner? Yes, you can claim alimony from both your husband and the adulterous partner. Usually, it would be about $3 million if you are divorcing. Good. In the divorce, will half of the money go to the husband since it is joint property? In this case, since your husband has left the child in the care of an orphanage without your consent, it falls under the category of abandonment. If you make abandonment of the child the grounds for divorce, the husband's share will be 0, even if it is communal property. I see. Thank you very much. Also, since the adulterous partner is apparently pregnant, is that sufficient evidence of adultery? Yes, it is. If she is pregnant, we can easily find out about the affair. Also, the text message with your husband's mother is also sufficient evidence, so there is no need for you to worry. In this case, the fees for the affair, the abandonment of the child, and the fact that the other party is also pregnant are expected to be higher than the usual price I mentioned earlier. I understand. Thank you very much for your cooperation. I'm sorry, Katie. Let's talk about it. It will take time to discuss this properly. Let's reconsider, shall we? I thought you and Kevin would be a good match for each other. I'll persuade Kevin to break up with his adulterous partner. I don't care about that. You don't have to do anything. I was thinly aware of it, but I didn't realize he was really having an affair. I had a little hope that he might change his mind after the birth of our second daughter. But recently, Kevin has been cold to me and to Anna, and it's been hard. I'm already fed up with him. I will give him a good scolding. Please, reconsider. Besides, you can't make a decision to divorce so soon, can you? It was you who told me to sign the divorce papers as soon as possible. Thank you for pushing me. You're the one who rushed me into this. I wonder if you are losing your mind already. Yes, I think I might have been a little hasty. I was planning this. I just felt sorry for you. You'll have to forgive me. I don't want to hear such lies. I'm sorry, Katie. I'm really sorry. We'll both apologize properly. Please, reconsider. I'm sorry. I can't do that. The divorce papers have just been filed, so it's too late, since you admitted the fact of adultery. What? You already filed it? Wait a minute. Didn't you just get out of the hospital? Yes, I did. My second daughter is at the government office being seen by my parents. Because you wanted us to divorce, at the end of the day, I'm a witty wife. LOL. That's true. I can't believe you didn't talk to Kevin even once. Don't you both have any affection for each other? I can't have a discussion with someone who depends on his mother and can't be reached. I don't have love for him. Not anymore anyway. Kevin wanted to get a divorce too, I'm sure. The divorce papers were filed immediately because all the necessary sections were filled in. Even if he did, it is terrible of you to submit it without permission. If Kevin's signature was already on the form, it was fine. You said you would contact me when you signed it. Then why didn't you just leave it unsigned? You were right. You were just trying to be considerate. I'm glad we're both idiots. It was all your idea anyway. You said you would just leave the divorce papers while I was in the hospital, move to a new house, and leave Anna at an orphanage because you didn't want her in the new family. That wasn't my intention. How can you say that after harassing me to the point of being obvious? I know your character well enough to understand it. You've been cold to me since the beginning of our marriage. I understand. You can hate me now, so why don't you talk it over with Kevin? That's not needed. There's nothing I want to talk to Kevin about. I don't have time to talk to him either. Everything will be communicated through a lawyer. You have to decide the name of your second daughter with Kevin, don't you? That's impossible for a lawyer, isn't it? I don't want a cheater to think about it. He is already a stranger anyway. I have no more remorse or anything for Kevin. Actually, Katie, I thought I'd make a fortune from the division of property, so I'm moving to a condo. I have a favor to ask you, though. Is that okay? What is it? Don't tell me you're brazenly asking me to pay for it. I'm not going to go that far, but I'd like you to take a little bit into consideration for the division of property. I used all my savings for the down payment of this condo. Wow, that's tough. Kevin never put any money into our house, saying something about a retirement fund. But that's none of my business. I can give you some advice. You have to sell it and move to a cheaper place. I can't sell it! Kevin and his new wife chose this place. I see. LOL. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, I have nothing to do with it. Please talk to Kevin and his new wife about it. Well, it seems that we are on the same page. I'm sure the lawyer will talk to you soon, so please don't bother me anymore. I'm sorry! I will correct what I did wrong, so please reconsider! After that, I requested alimony money from Kevin through my lawyer. I also claimed alimony from the adulterous partner, and it seems that Kevin did not tell her that he was married, so the adulterous partner is also claiming alimony. I firmly received alimony, child support, and property division, and I cut off my ties with both Kevin and my mother-in-law. I have told Anna that she may see her father, but she does not seem to have the slightest intention of seeing him. The other day, I heard about the other party's situation through a lawyer, and it says that they cannot pay the mortgage on the apartment and are living in a shabby one-room apartment, but that is irrelevant. I have returned to work after maternity leave and have resumed working hard. Raising 2 children is a challenge, but I'm leading a fulfilled life with a lot of happiness with the help of my own parents.
Fiona, counting on you from tomorrow onwards. Hi, Sharon. What do you mean about tomorrow?
Oh, you haven't heard?
What?
I'm moving in with you tomorrow.
What? Why are you moving in all of a sudden? Hold on. I don't know anything about this.
Oh, really? Brian and I decided about it.
That's selfish. I live here too. You two can't just decide things without letting me know.
Why? You're Brian's wife, aren't you? So isn't it natural to follow what he decides? You don't have the authority to voice your opinion, right?
That's just too overbearing. I believe married couples should discuss things together. Deciding to let you move in without letting me know isn't right. I don't agree with that.
Here we go.
What?
You're so arrogant. You never listen to what your husband or your mother-in-law say. Always insisting on your own way. I'm sure Brian is having a hard time living with you.
What do you mean by that? I think it's only natural to consult your partner before deciding on something big.
I need to check on your behavior. That's why I'm moving in.
My behavior?
I heard you come home from work late every day. You put your job first instead of taking care of your husband. I don't think that's the way a housewife should be. So I'm here to teach you how to be a housewife.
Huh? Why are you saying like I'm doing something wrong?
Aren't you?
I work for a living, you know. I listen to what Brian wants, so now we're living in an expensive apartment. If I don't work, we're not gonna be able to afford to live. And here you are talking down on me like this?
Say whatever you want. I'll find out everything once I move in, so prepare yourself.
Hey Brian, I just got a message from your mother. What is she talking about moving in?
What? It means she's gonna live with us.
No. Why are you deciding things without consulting me? This is absurd.
I mean, I know you're not gonna be up for it if I tell you, so...
Of course. Your mother has put me through hell. She stepped on my foot the first time I met her.
Don't make a fuss over something so small. You're not a child anymore. Why can't you get along with Mom?
It's because she hates me. I'm trying my best to get along with her, but she's not even trying.
Don't say mean things about her.
You're telling me I'm the mean one?
I'm the oldest son and Mom lives alone. It's best for us to live together for the future. As a wife, you should at least understand that.
I understand what you're saying, but what I don't understand is, why didn't you discuss it with me beforehand? It's just too much to deal with.
I'm going to let my parents live in a house I pay rent for with the money I earn. Why do I need to consult you about it?
It's like you think you're the center of the universe. I'm at a loss for words.
Anyway, my mom is moving in tomorrow.
Please tell her don't be mean to me.
Huh? You're the one who's being mean to her, right?
Huh?
You should be treating my mother good because you're my wife. She's old too. Don't be so mean.
You don't know anything about what happened before, so you can't say such things. I know I'm your wife, but I'm still a human being, so there's a limit to how much I can tolerate.
Are you trying to go against me and my mother?
I have my rights too.
Are you serious? You're just my wife. There's no rights for you.
Don't you think that's absurd?
Just shut up and listen to me and my mom. Also, my mom wouldn't do such mean things. You always exaggerate things.
You never believe anything I say. What a terrible husband.
Whatever. It's already decided. You're gonna make it out with my mom.
Wait.
Fiona, Mom said you didn't prepare her breakfast. She just called me.
What? What are you talking about? I had it prepared on the table before I left for work. I made her everything she wanted.
Why did she call me then? She was almost crying.
Huh?
She said you're trying to starve her. You're terrible. I asked you to make things right with Mom, didn't I?
Wait a minute. That's all just baseless accusations.
Huh?
You had your breakfast too, right? I prepared the same thing for her.
Are you saying my mom is lying?
Maybe. I mean, think about it. How could I cook breakfast and not prepare for her?
I don't know what you're capable of. You're a woman who talks about the rights of a wife and all that. It wouldn't be surprising for you to do something like that. It seems like you're taking out your frustration on Mom.
How can you be so paranoid? You only believe what she says. You don't even try to listen to me.
Of course I believe her over you. My mother is a nice person, unlike you. She must have been hurt because she was crying.
What the hell?
You need to apologize to her. I know all the bad things that you've done to her. You better apologize or I won't forgive you.
What bad things?
It seems like there were various things piled up, like pushing her to the door, pointing a knife at her in the kitchen, leaving her laundry when you do yours.
Huh? Wait a minute. I don't remember all of this. Why would I do such things to her?
You're a liar. Why would my mom lie about such things? Apologize to her for all the things you've done.
You don't trust your wife at all.
Why would I? She's always right. You have to apologize to her.
I don't want to. I haven't done anything to apologize for.
Are you still gonna deny it? She called me crying on the phone.
I didn't do anything. She's accusing me of things I never did to her. There's no way I'm going to apologize. I'd apologize if I did, but I didn't.
How long are you planning on bullying Mom? I won't forgive you for hurting her. I will divorce you.
What? You're really trying to go that far?
I don't need a wife who treats my mom bad. I'll get the divorce papers, sign them, and get the hell out.
Are you sure about that?
Absolutely. I don't want to be with someone who doesn't take care of my mom.
Okay.
I'll give you a week. Be grateful I'm generous. Pack up your stuff and leave by then.
It feels a bit forced, but if that's what you want, fine. I just don't want to be falsely accused of something I didn't do.
You're being unusually cooperative, but just remember, you'll have no one to blame but yourself if you end up regretting it later.
Regret? We'll see who's going to regret it.
Fiona? Hey, answer me.
What do you want?
Not only you bullied me, but you also cheated on my son.
Huh?
I saw you with another man.
What?
Who were you with? You're married to my son and I saw you walking around with another man. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Sharon, I think you're misunderstanding something. I'm not having an affair.
Then who were you with? You were all dressed up with a random man.
What? I don't even know what you're trying to say anymore.
Don't act dumb. I saw you a couple of days ago nearby your office. I'm sure it was you.
Oh, about that?
Yeah? What was that about? I'll never forgive you.
Huh?
I'll tell my son about it and have you divorced.
What?
You bully me and you never do house chores. And on top of that, you cheat on my son. I'll never let my son live with a woman like you. You've always been a terrible wife.
You haven't heard anything from Brian?
What?
We're divorced already.
Huh?
That's what you wanted, right? How does it feel? Are you happy?
Huh? What do you mean?
You told Brian things that I never did to you, remember? Like bullying you? He believed all the lies you told him and he was furious about it. He told me to apologize to you.
Of course.
But I don't remember doing anything bad to you. I never bullied you. So I told him there was nothing to apologize for. He told me he wanted to divorce me.
What?
Yeah, so I filed our divorce earlier.
Really?
Yes. Now I'm going to leave you too. The man you saw me with is my real estate agent.
Are you telling me the truth?
Yes, I'm not cheating. I was looking for a new place to live.
Oh, really? Well, if you're already divorced, then that doesn't matter anymore.
Huh?
Am I going to be okay living alone with my son?
That's not my problem anymore.
Well, that's good. I can finally live freely too.
I mean, you've been living freely all this time.
Now me and my son can live happily and start a new life.
Good for you, Sharon. Thank you for taking care of me during our short time living together.
Fiona, where are you? I need to talk to you, please.
What? I don't have anything to talk about with you. I've already filed the divorce and moved out, so I feel good.
Can you reconsider that?
Huh? What do you mean?
Could you please consider filing for marriage again and getting back together?
Why?
You still have feelings for me, right? Be grateful since I'm saying I'll marry you again.
Hell no.
What?
I'm finally free from your bullshit. Why would I get back with you?
Don't act tough.
I'm not acting tough. You believed your mother who was enjoying bullying me. I can't tolerate that anymore. I told you I'm over it.
Don't say that. I know it's too late, but my mom just told me the truth. She admitted that she was the one bullying you. She wanted to keep me to herself, so she was harassing you to push you away.
Oh, really? Oh, I see. My misunderstanding has been cleared up. That's good. So, did she tell you what are the things she did to me?
No.
Well, just for your reference, I'll tell you. She'd pour boiling water in the bathtub when I'm trying to take a bath every day.
Boiling water?
If I make her food, she'll just throw it in the trash.
Seriously?
She'd kick me in the stomach while saying I'm useless. I should have a baby at least.
Is that true? That's an act of violence.
Yes, it's true. She'd even tell me, you never do anything around the house but complain. There's dirt left on the laundry, start over. Scrub the toilet for an hour 'cause it still smells. That's how she was like every day.
Oh no. The house is a mess right now. She never does the dishes, laundry, and she doesn't even take out the trash.
I bet.
I'm going crazy. Please, come back.
I just told you all the horrible things she did to me, right? There's no way I'm going back there. There's more. You want to hear about it?
No, I'm good. I was wrong. You were my wife. I should have trusted you. I've apologized enough, so please come back.
No, thank you. I'm finally free from the two of you. Nobody would ever want to come back after all. Enjoy your life with your kind mother. I suggest you help her out with the chores.
Please don't say that, Fiona.
Bye.
Hey, Fiona. It's been a while. I want to ask you something.
Oh, hey Sharon. What do you want?
How were you managing to live every month? Brian's paycheck isn't enough at all. Did he get a pay cut? I can't live the way I wanted to.
Of course.
Huh?
His paycheck isn't enough to cover the rent. But he wanted to live in such an expensive place, so...
Then how did you make a living?
I paid most of the bills myself.
What?
Well, that amount was clearly not enough. I was covering everything else. That's why I had to work hard. You made fun of me so much, didn't you? But I had to work to make ends meet.
You're lying, aren't you? I thought you were managing everywhere with Brian's paycheck.
No.
Then how are we supposed to live now?
I don't know. We're strangers. Just think about it. Why don't you two move to a cheaper place, and why don't you find a job?
What? No way.
Well, I guess you have to figure things out yourselves.
Wait a minute. Come back.
Why? Me and your son got divorced a long time ago, right?
But you're his ex-wife, right? There's no harm in helping out your ex-husband. We can be roommates. We'll split the rent and you contribute to my living expenses. How about that?
Huh? Why would I do that? You've got to be kidding me. That man you thought I was having an affair with? He helped me find a nice place and I love it. I'm not even thinking of moving back.
Don't say that. We don't have enough money, so help us out.
I refuse. I'm not your slave. You should spend more time on household chores.
Huh?
Your son was ranting about you.
What did he say?
That the house is a mess right now. Piled up dishes and laundry, even the trash. If you want to live freely, shouldn't you first establish a solid foundation?
I don't want you to tell me what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do. I don't care what happens to you people. It's fine if you continue living as you are and eventually fall apart. Haha.
Fall apart?
If you continue living according to your mindset, I think it will happen eventually. If you want to avoid that, you'll need to either move to a cheaper place or start working yourself.
You're missing one thing.
Huh?
How about you come back here, split the rent 50-50, and help out with the bills?
Are you nuts? I don't see the point of me doing that. Please remember that you and I are already strangers.
Wait a minute. You're gonna need money if you move out to a new place, right? I've used up all my savings to make ends meet.
Huh? You have your pension, right?
Yeah, about that. I need that money to go on trips with my friends, lunch, and shopping.
It's pointless to talk to you anymore. It's a waste of time talking to you, so I'm out.
Oh, wait. Please. Okay, I'll find a job. So, could you lend me enough money to cover living expenses until I find one?
Nope. I have no reason to lend you money.
Please, Fiona. You know I have no other choice. Can you just please help?
You're so selfish. I won't help you too. I'm blocking both of you today. Please don't ever reach out again. I don't want anything to do with the two of you.
Don't say that. Fiona, please help us.
After that, it seems that Sharon took out loans to cover living expenses. However, the amount of debt quickly increased, and eventually, it became impossible to manage. It seems that she was borrowing money using her son's credit card, and as a result, her son ended up having to declare bankruptcy. I had a feeling this would happen. So I was waiting to see who would regret it more, but it seems like she didn't notice at all. She brought it upon herself. I'm renting an apartment not far from the company and enjoying living alone. I plan to focus on work for a while and save money. Once I have enough saved up, I'm thinking about starting a new hobby or something.
Hey Marie, what are you doing? Do you have any idea how long it's been since I texted you? I can't believe it. How can you ignore your mother-in-law's messages? I'm sorry, Roseanne. I had a part-time job today, so I couldn't check my phone. How is it possible that you didn't have a single moment to look at my messages? You could have at least checked during your break. It's been a very busy day and I didn't have time to check on my phone even a little. Oh well, about the dinner party this weekend, you can come, right? Eric's birthday is coming up soon. Did Keith tell you that we should celebrate it together? It's this Friday, right? Of course I can come. 6 p.m. Don't be late. Keith is gonna be working late that day, so he will be a little late. I don't blame him for being late, but it has nothing to do with you. We have a lot to do before the party, so make sure you come on time. I understand, but I was planning to come at the same time with him since you won't let me use the kitchen. Cooking isn't the only thing we need to do. There's a lot of things to do, like cleaning. Right, I'm sorry. We have Emily here at home. After all, the oldest son's wife is the one I can depend on. A wife who lives with us is the best. She learns how to cook food from me, and it's very delicious. I am sorry, but instead of living together, we send money to you every month. I would appreciate it if you would consider that a little more. I don't care if you send us money, but well, I don't think I could get along even if I lived with you. Maybe this is for the best. Personality-wise, I don't think we'd get along. Plus, you've been married for 3 years, and you haven't shown me your child. We're not thinking about having kids yet. You're already 30, aren't you? What a careless thing to say. But Emily also had a child recently, didn't she? See, you always compare yourself with others. She and my son got married in their late age, so there's no choice. They got married in their mid-30s, so it's natural that they had children late. But you got married in your 20s. You're not perfect as a wife, and you make fun of her? I didn't intend to, but I apologize if I made you think so. I don't understand why Keith married someone like you. Even after Emily had a baby, you don't come to see her at all. Perhaps are you jealous of her? the reason I haven't visited her much is because she just gave birth and I didn't want her to worry about someone visiting her. Well, hey, are you having fertility treatment? Those people don't want to see other people's children, right? Isn't that why you say you can't think about children? No, not like that. Well, whatever. I have my first grandchild, and I have a wife who lives with me. I don't care if I have one useless wife. At least spend your time out of our way, okay? Yes, I will be careful. You're only good at replying. You pretend to be obedient in front of me, but complains to Keith, don't you? He told me to be nice to you the other day. You're so mean. I didn't say anything. Then are you saying that he thought so and warned me? I wonder if being with you has made him crazy. Anyway, if you haven't said anything, don't say anything unnecessary from now on as well. Be careful not to make me hate you anymore. I understand. I'm gonna invite my son's defective wife over to dinner, so you should be more grateful for my kindness. Murray, what are you doing? Everyone is having dinner and why are you out? I'm at the supermarket. I'll be home soon. Supermarket? Did they ask you to buy something? No, they didn't have any food for me, so I was told to go and get it myself. Seriously? I can't believe it. I'm gonna complain to mom and dad. Wait, it's your father's birthday, and I'm fine. But I'm almost there, and I just have to be patient for a few more hours. I'm fine. It's not good to put up with it. They invited you to dinner, but they won't let you eat? That's ridiculous. I thought they finally accepted you. But talking about it now won't solve anything. It will be a happy reunion without me. This is not fun at all. How can you enjoy yourself when your own wife is being harassed? Thank you, but they don't like me. It's sad, but no choice. Wait. What's wrong? I can't open the door. I guess your mother locked me out. Oh, she just texted me now. She's saying I should eat out. Hey, you should go back home. You don't have to come to this house. This is too awful. But if I do so? It's okay. Thanks for putting up for me. Are you sure it's okay? I heard a loud noise coming from the house. It's okay. It's over. I'm taking a cab home now. You're home already, right? Yeah, I'm home. Keith, are you okay? I'm fine. I regret that I should have made action earlier. I was relying on you too much. I'm sorry. I thought Mom might change. I'm fine. But what do you mean it's over? I just scolded everyone. You scolded? So it was you? That loud voice? I suddenly heard a loud voice from the house, so I was surprised. I was so angry at the time, but it was their fault for making me angry. Anyway, I told my parents not to contact us again. Everyone had been nice to you. Was it okay to do that far? Like I said before, I don't want to get involved with people who mistreat my wife. It was Mom who was mistreating you, but Dad and my brother and his wife were also laughing, so they are crazy. How can they be laughing when they are hurting my precious wife? I'm sorry. Everything's because your mother doesn't like me, so I even refused to move in with them. I wasn't planning to live together with them either. It's not your fault, but they're saying like it's your fault. You thought that much of me? To be honest, it was really painful, but I thought if I did my best so that everyone would like me. You don't have to put up with it anymore. You don't have to try to butter her up. You're the best as you are. Thank you. Also, you don't have to send them money anymore. Even if they can't make ends meet, it has nothing to do with us. From now on, use the money for whatever you want or for savings. I wonder if they will be okay. Mom and Dad are living with my brother's family, so there should be no problem. I mean, I should have stopped when they decided to live with them in the first place. I'm glad you chose me. Of course, there's nothing more important than you. I'm glad you're my husband. You always think about me. You've given your mother all kinds of warnings, right? Yeah, even if I told her, she won't change though. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you at all. Still, I was glad. From now on, I'll protect you. Oh hey, we're gonna stop sending money, which means we will have more money. So let's build a house. Are you sure you're okay with deciding to build a house so easily? We've been talking about it for a while, and it's a good new start, isn't it? Well, I guess a nice chance. Then let's do it. Let's go to a show home and check things out. Also, I didn't eat any food. Do we have anything at home? That's what I thought. So I'm cooking right now. Let's have dinner together. Thank you. Our home is the best place. I love your dishes. Murray? Why aren't you guys home? Oh, Roseanne? I'm sorry, I know we promised I would never contact you guys again. It's an emergency, so I had to reach you. I actually tried to call Keith, but he seems to have blocked us. I'm sorry, but please do not contact us again. I've been told by Keith not to talk to you. I'm sorry. Bye. Wait, it's an emergency. Please, put Keith on the phone. Keith is taking a bath right now, so I can't. Taking a bath? Where are you taking a bath when you're not at home? We built a house and moved out. That's why you're not at home, even though on weekends. Did you go to our old house? I don't have anyone to rely on but you guys. What do you mean? Well, things are really bad at home right now. You stopped sending us money, and we couldn't live by our pensions. So we're having a very miserable life. Even if we stopped sending you money, you still live with your son's family, right? Is it possible that you will not be able to make a living? Actually, our son has a lot of debt. It seems like he was using your money to pay off his debts in secret. But since you stopped sending it, most of his income has gone to pay off his debts. So we've been living on our pension, but it's not enough for 4 adults to live on. I see. But, well, it has nothing to do with us, so you all do your best. Murray, we're really in trouble, and you're abandoning us? How can you ask me when you've been harassing me all this time? I don't understand at all. It's true that I refuse to live with you, but I have tried to support you as much as I could. I'm sorry about that. I thought you didn't like us because you wouldn't move in with us. That's why I was mean to you. I was very hurt. When we talked about getting married, we had decided that Keith and I would not live with each other's parents. Keith also explained it to you, didn't he? He explained it to us, but we were sad. We thought you were gonna come to our house. I hope you could understand our feelings a little. I refused to live with you, so I guess it's natural to feel that I hated you, but that doesn't mean you can harass me. I told you I didn't mean to. Even though you didn't mean to, the fact that you harassed me won't change. I have no intention of helping you guys. Don't say it like that, please. Mary, please, can't you at least talk to Keith? No matter how many times you ask me, I can't. Things have gotten worse than before. Emily has started working part-time because we don't have enough money. And because of that, she has started to verbally abuse us. My son borrowed money to try to make more money at casino, and his debts increased even more. Because of it, they're not getting along well with each other, and the atmosphere in the house is terrible. Please, I will do anything, so please help us. I don't want to stay in that house even for a second. The situation is worse than I thought. Keith is also looking at our conversation, and he's saying that this is so bad that we should help you. Really? If you forgive me for what I've done and help me, I'll take any conditions you have. Well, then, we're living in a new house now, but it's not big enough to live with you guys. So can you give us the money to renovate it into a duplex house? We can afford that. We were planning to run away with the minimum belongings, and we can prepare the money by selling unnecessary things. I see. Then our house is not that big, but you can come for the time being. I know it will be hard for you to stay in your house until the renovation is completed. Thank you, Murray. From now on, I'll be on your side no matter what. What about your son and Emily? It seems those two originally decided to move in with us just to save on living expenses, since they already had debt. We don't want to live with people who chose to live with us for that reason. So I'm gonna leave them and run away. You've always said that you like a wife who would live with you, but when you find out the reason, you become very harsh. That's what happens when you hide things from me. But I don't think living with you is a problem, because you can talk honestly with me like now. It's like you saved our lives, and I'll try not to make you feel uncomfortable, and I'll keep that in mind. I'm glad you changed your mind. Then I will be looking forward. Roseanne and Eric came to our house as if they were running away. When they have just moved in, I was cautious because I thought they would be noisy after the first few months. But even after the duplex house was built, they did not say a single sarcastic word to me. Since they paid for the renovation, I was worried that they would bring it up and say something about it. But they didn't. On the contrary, they are very considerate of us. Their son and Emily began to have trouble paying off their debts because he lost his parents' pension. So she divorced him as if she was trying to run away, and he was taken somewhere by scary people because of the debt. Therefore, we don't know what is going on to him now. After a while, we had a baby, and my in-laws were very happy to have a new grandchild. During the pregnancy, I suffered from morning sickness. But my in-laws as well as my husband cooperated with the household chores, so I was able to give birth without any unnecessary stress and without any problems. We are now living a happy and carefree life as a family of 5, including my in-laws. I would like to continue to build a happy family in the future.
I'm going home. I worked really hard today. Good work. I'm still working, so you can go ahead and go to bed. I can't make dinner. I'm sure there was some leftovers from last night in the fridge. Huh? Are you serious? You're making your husband eat leftovers, who's tired from work? I can't believe it. I'm going out to eat. Oh, okay. Help yourself. I'm still working, so there's no choice. I mean, you can cook dinner. Okay. My bad. Why don't you eat out too? You have money. I am 38 years old, married for 8 years. Because of my husband Tim, who is 4 years younger than me, we haven't had any children, so it's just the two of us. Since we don't have children, he is working hard, but I am also a full-time employee and working hard. We manage money by ourselves, so we both live freely. His salary is much less than mine, and he is unable to do any household chores such as cooking or laundry. When we got married, I guess I spoiled him too much because he was younger than me and I thought it was cute. But now I'm like a housekeeper and our relationship has cooled off. Still, I married him because I love him, and of course, I still do. Annie. I drank too much. I can't drink anymore. I got caught by my business partner. I just ran into the bathroom. I miss you. You've drunk a lot. I'm sorry. Even though we were supposed to go on a date today, I had to go for a drink with my client. Huh? I'm sorry. Don't be mad. I'll make it up to you. I promise. I only have you, Annie. You're going to make it up? What are you going to do? I'll buy anything for you, Annie. I'll do my best for you. Even if it's something expensive? I can buy something cheaper than the wallet I bought you the other day. I'll only buy you expensive things for your birthday and Christmas. Okay. Or maybe we could go on a trip. That's a good idea. Just the two of us. I like to go out and have fun. Where shall we go? Let's go to LA and go sightseeing and have fun at a VIP room. I can't wait. What are we going to do at night? Well, of course we'll do something naughty. I'm getting excited only by thinking about it. I'm starting to miss you when I think about you. Can I go over to your place now? Your wife will get mad at you. Don't worry. You don't have to worry about her. She hasn't noticed at all and she's not interested in me. Well, it doesn't matter if she notices. Well, I'm not interested in her either.
Really?
Because she's almost 40. She's not even cute. Her face is terrible when she wakes up.
She's not cute? Why are you guys married?
Because she makes a lot of money. She takes her job so seriously even though she's a woman. She earns a lot, so it's like she's my wallet. That's about it.
Nice. She works. She does the housework.
It's not nice. She's not cute at all. She won't make me feel good. There's nothing sexy about her.
Oh, there's nothing nice about her.
Nothing. Not at all. I need you, Annie. So can I see you tonight? Let's have a hot night. The closer we are physically, the closer we are mentally. I want to see you every day. Why not we live together? Make me feel good. Hold me tight.
But you're married. You should go home.
I don't want to go home. It's like hell that home feels like I'm in some kind of training.
You're cheating on her.
It's not cheating, because I'm serious. Trust me. Please, can I go now? I love you.
You can come if you will divorce your wife.
That's totally fine. I don't want to be with that woman. I'm getting divorced.
You're really getting divorced?
Yes, I promise. I'll prove that we love each other.
Okay. If you're getting divorced, then it's fine.
Yes, I'll be right there. Annie, take a shower and wait for me. Oh, or with me.
As I expected, Tim did not come home that day. As we talked, he must have gone to his girlfriend's house. It is a common story that he got drunk and texted his wife accidentally instead of his girlfriend, but it's unbelievable for not noticing for a while. It seems like he still didn't notice the next day and I haven't heard from him. I didn't text him either. I was not able to get any work done after seeing that conversation. I went home early today because I couldn't concentrate, but after I got home, I saw him sleeping on the living room sofa. Moreover, he had left his chat screen with his girlfriend open and the messages were full of hearts, along with a selfie of the two of them getting along. It was the moment when I lost my feelings towards him.
There's a problem at work, so I'm going on an urgent business trip from tomorrow.
Oh my, is everything okay? Are you going to LA?
How do you know?
A woman's intuition, bingo?
It was just a joke. Yep, you're right. I'm going to LA. I don't want to go there. I'll probably be gone for 3 days.
It's unusual for you to go on a business trip. Is this your first time? I mean, you guys have business trips?
What, you think I'm lying? It is sudden, but it's work, so it's fine, right? Don't blame me. You work too, so you know it happens.
I don't doubt it. Did you get a place to stay? If it's a sudden business trip, I bet you have a lot of things to do.
I'll just find a hotel there.
What about your clothes? Do you need help?
No, I'm fine. Wow, you became thoughtful, but I'll do it on my own.
If it's work, it can't be helped. If it's work.
I know, right? They told me all of a sudden. I'll probably be exhausted when I get home. Well, I'm a little busy, so I won't be able to talk to you much.
I have things to do for the next 3 days, so it's perfect.
Hey, I can't open the door. Do you know what's going on? Don't tell me you're asleep. Come on, get up. Hey.
I'm here. You're so noisy from the morning.
Oh, you're awake? Hurry up and open the door.
Open the door? Which house?
What do you mean, which house? Our house.
I'm saying, which house?
Are you out of your mind? I told you it's my house. Hurry up and open the door. I'm exhausted.
Your house? Boo, wrong. I bought that house myself.
Huh? We're married, so it could be my house. Just open the door.
Don't you know, things purchased before marriage are not included in the property division when you get divorced. So no matter what you say, it's my house. My house, it's not yours.
Okay, whatever. Yes, it's your house. Just hurry up and open the door. Hey, please.
I mean, you were supposed to come back in the morning.
I had to work late. What can I do? That doesn't matter. Just open the door. I'm busy. I'm going to be late for work.
How was your trip to LA?
It wasn't a trip. It wasn't for fun. I was busy because it was a business trip.
If you went to LA, you should have gone for sightseeing.
I can't because it's work. I didn't have any time for fun since I had to work late, so open the door.
Oh, that's too bad. I need to tell you something. I feel sorry for you, but I can't open the door.
Huh? What do you mean? I don't get it.
I sold it. So the key has probably been changed by now. It's not mine. It's now under the control of the real estate.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why?
I sold the house while you were in LA. If I sell it, I'll get extra income. I will be enriched. Because you know, I thought that house was too big for one person. I wanted to change where I live for a change.
What kind of joke is this? For one person? For a change? Huh?
I'm not joking. How many times do I have to tell you? I can't open the door anymore.
What have you done? I'm going to be late for work.
Do something about it yourself. You were on a business trip. You have a suit, don't you? You should just go.
No, I want to change my clothes.
Of course, you don't have a suit right now. Having such a big suitcase and wearing red sneakers, jeans, and a brand new t-shirt.
How do you know what I'm wearing now? Don't tell me you're looking at me from somewhere. Come on out.
Of course I'm not. You think I'm stupid? You don't understand. I've been doing all the housework for years. I can easily figure out what's gone.
I'll tell to you later. Just unlock the door.
Are you listening to me? How many times do I have to tell you? It's sold. There's nothing in the yard too. I've already moved into the company's women dorm. It's very comfortable. Oh, and I sold all your stuff on eBay.
Huh? Seriously? What the hell are you doing? Wait, my suits too? Then I can't get one soon. If I'm late, it's your fault.
You better go to work. If you don't, you won't be able to pick up the important paper. You said you couldn't be reached for 3 days, so I've told the court to send the response for the divorce to your company.
What? What do you mean, divorce? Why? I didn't do anything.
You said you were getting divorced. I'm following what you said and getting divorced, so be thankful. I've already turned in my papers.
Seriously? I mean, why'd you send it to my office?
You said yourself that I can't reach you, and now you have no home.
You've got to be kidding me. My coworkers will know. I don't even have my belongings. What am I supposed to do? What are you harassing me for?
Why don't you ask Annie to help you? She's more important than me, right?
How do you know? You've been stalking me?
Why would a wife stalk her husband? You're not even worth it. You told me yourself. You mistook me for someone you were cheating with and sent me crazy messages. You haven't noticed yet? I think you were drunk. You said a lot of things to me. Thank you for proving the affair to me.
Jeez, seriously?
It's true. Why would I lie? Look back at your messages. It's quite a masterpiece. You'll see pathetic texts that continue to expose yourself by not knowing who you are actually sending it to. No answer? I wonder if you're thinking of an excuse. I've seen your entire chat history with Annie. It was disgusting. There were some naked pictures too. You guys should have kept them to yourselves.
What? Did you look at my phone?
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, even though we are husband and wife. But don't get mad. You were the one who made it visible. You were the first to betray me. I'm hurt too. Let me tell you, I have your chat history and the pictures. There's no point in deleting them now. I'm thankful for those messages. They gave me the strength to get over the divorce. I have zero regrets. I feel so much better now.
You're so selfish.
No, I'm not. You said you were divorcing me, so I did as you said, see? I'm an obedient wife.
I was a little drunk at the time. I didn't really mean it.
But you promised, didn't you? You're divorcing me. Your promise was Annie.
Well, I'm sorry.
And you know what's funny? I called the company and it was not a business trip. You just took days off. How easy. I knew you and Annie were sightseeing in LA. Did you have fun?
No. It was really a business trip.
A business trip? Give me a break. You said you wouldn't go sightseeing since there was no time.
No, that wasn't my decision.
Well, right. I saw the message that Annie was the one who suggested it. I don't care which one of you decided. I have proper proof, you know. You know I'm the editor of a tourist magazine? I was just about to go there next week to see the place you went to. Don't be surprised, okay? I changed my schedule and went there at the same time as you.
Fuck.
And I hired a detective. I'm very thorough in that area. I had him do the investigation, and you know what? The embarrassing facts kept coming out. He also showed me a survey of the guests from a hotel. The relationship was with FIANCÉ, and the purpose was to get a VIP room with an open-air bath. You even added an option for a cake as a surprise. You've been together for a year, huh? That's amazing.
Okay, I got it, so just stop. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Oh, yes. I've called your company to talk to Annie too. She's your coworker, huh? I told her that I know everything and asked her what she's going to do.
Hey, wait. What if everyone finds out?
Isn't it too late? So why don't you hurry up and go to work? I've sent the response to your boss.
Why him? That's crazy. That's not right.
When I called the company to ask if you were on a business trip, he answered. I told him the details and he was very accommodating. That's why I sent it to him.
I'm really sorry. Annie and I weren't serious, and I didn't mean it when I said I was divorcing you.
Whatever, I'm serious. You don't have to apologize. Just do what you have to do and divorce me. That's all I want.
Don't say like that.
I've got a lot to say. My marriage was like a training too. I mean, you moved into the house I bought and you didn't even do the housework. You make less money than I do. I'm not a housekeeper. Living with you is not good for me. If I stay with you, I'll get old and old.
You don't have to talk like that.
I'm sorry, maybe it's my fault for choosing the wrong husband. I should just get rid of you. Well, that's not important. Just send back the response, so I don't have time for this.
I'm so sorry. My boss is pissed that if I don't show up soon, I'll be fired. Annie has also asked me to break up with her. Please explain to the company that it was a misunderstanding. I only have you. Don't abandon me.
There's no way I'm going to explain it. It's the truth. You deserve it. You're an adult. You can take care of yourself.
What am I going to do about my food from now on? I don't have a suit. I don't have a house.
I don't care.
How am I supposed to live?
Well, figure it out yourself. I'm not your mother or your housekeeper. Goodbye. Tim went to the office with his suitcase and his casual clothes. Actually, there was another big problem during his vacation. He must have been too excited that day before he went on his trip, he leaked company secrets to another company by email. He went on his trip and was so obsessed with his girlfriend that he was unaware of the phone calls from his boss and coworkers. The company was in turmoil and he was fired to take the responsibility. Annie didn't know that he had a wife and was shocked and furious when she found out. She dumped him immediately. Since then, he has been working 3 part-time jobs and living in a shabby apartment without a bathroom.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!